Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I make a green salad today again, and I have a little bit left for my endive lettuce head. This is the rest, the inside, the heart. It's light, a little bit more. It still has this characteristic bitter flavor, slightly bitter. Not so unpleasant, but still enough that you have to balance it. I would balance it with the dressings and other ingredients, like the onions, for example. Today I have an apple too to balance it. I'll show you in a moment. But here, this is the endive, the leaves. Dark leafy green. Now it's light because the inside, but it's called dark leafy green. It's firm. It's called the queen of lettuces because it has such high nutrients and also a little bit more expensive, and it's durable. I mean, it lasts longer because of the texture of the leaves. So it's a very nice lettuce. And I cut it into thin stripes, that is usual. First you wash, of course, the leaves, usually I do that in a sink full of cold water, or a bowl, large bowl. Then I dry them on a salad spinner, so the dressing can unfold the flavor better. It doesn't get diluted so much. And then this cutting into thin stripes is good to give it a larger surface for the bitter flavors to be more easily balanced, more surface, more contact with the other ingredients and the dressing, more balanced. And then, that's maybe one of the most important things too, the texture. You see when it is like this, I cut it like this, it has this wonderful fluffiness in the pellet bowl. I show you here. This is what is so important for a good salad, a green salad with the leaves, you know. It has to be fluffy. So, and this is a good side of this endive because when the leaves are firm, I add the onions and the tomatoes. That's usually a classic combination for a green salad. Has small onion chopped up and some delicious tomatoes. They are these small like cherry or they're plum tomato, whatever they're called, and different, so many variations. And the smaller ones, usually they have a nicer flavor. So when it's not so easy to get the good ones, for example in winter, not so easy, oftentimes tomatoes taste like a little bit watery. I take the small ones and I usually get away with them. It's a little bit more expensive, the small ones, yeah, but they are really tasty, and tomato is one of the most important things in the kitchen. Nothing can replace them, first of all, for a chef. And then they have this red color. Tomatoes are really super healthy, and there are significant health benefits when you eat tomatoes regularly. The people that eat tomatoes regularly, they really live longer, have better heart disease, heart health, and the eyes. And so tomatoes are really cool. I always have them at home if I can, try to find a good one, okay? And then tomato and onion is for a salad sort of standard, right? Now I can play and add things. Today, for example, I have a radish. That is also very nice. Radish is crunchy. It's a little bit more not so normal. Yeah, it is a sharp flavor like broccoli and onion, and it's a mustard. Same family. The cruciferous vegetables with the sharp flavor from the sulforaphane that fights cancer. So these are very healthy things, radishes. And when you slice them thinly as here, they go with almost everything. It's so interesting. I didn't know that first, since I found out, and my mom told me, right? She cooks all the time, but she has all these tricks from school when she was little. Now she's over 80, but she knows all the tricks still, and she cooks for everybody. And she has so many tricks. And yeah, so thinly slice the radishes and goes nice in the salad. That's something really a change in my kitchen. Radish is now so much more easy to use. And the apple, that is something classical again for, also I halve the apple, quarter it, an eighth part, and then I cut them into these little almost triangles. And they are classical for endive. Endive has this bitter flavor, and the apple It's crunchy too. That is good because when two ingredients have the same texture, similar texture, the crunchiness, they relate. They can better work with each other, play together. So the sweet and sour balance from the apple balances the bitter flavor from the endives perfectly because the texture are so similar. And on top of it all, I have a nice small bunch of chives. I love to put tons of green herbs in my food, in my salads. Now, green herbs are the second healthiest food, together with spices, and the healthiest are dark leafy greens. That's what I make, what I use when I make a green salad. I usually have dark leafy greens in that, and they are the healthiest food for us from a scientific perspective. Other perspectives are traditional, more to the individual, like the Ayurveda medicine or the Chinese medicine. They are traditional and ancient, and they have a lot of knowledge about the single person, the person in the harmony with nature and the universe. That is a holistic view, and modern science is away from the holistic views. Modern science mainstream goes on really abstract knowledge, and that means that you have an overview of the whole population, a large group of people, and you say, so for most of them, it's better to do this and that. That is the healthiest thing. It might not be true for a single person because the holistic view might come to another different conclusion. But we are learning all that now. We're bringing together the ancient holistic views and the modern abstract sciences, the experimental sciences. It's interesting. Both have their upsides and downsides, but it's very successful, the modern ones. We can't deny that. And the green herbs are really super healthy, and wow, I mean, I love them. They have such a nice flavor. They give it a twist. And the chives, they are like onions, but very mild. So onions is good, very healthy. Raw onion every day is recommended. And the chives are like that. They're same family, but they are mild. You can use them more. Not so hot. So I do, before I put the dressing on top, I do a little bit toss in the dry state, because once the dressing is on the salad, I cannot separate thinly sliced, for example, radishes that easily. They stick together, and it's not so good for the salad. I'll show you in a moment what I'm talking about when my tossing is over. Also, the chives, when I have little sticks here, the chives, and you put the dressing on top before tossing, then they are lumping together too, right? And they don't separate so much. I show you. This is here perfect. Now everything is really equally, evenly spread. This, you see that here. Everything is nicely combined. And I can do that with this kind of lettuce because of the endive is a firm leafy green. It's firm, the leaf. Because other lettuces, like butterhead, very tender leafy greens, I couldn't do that. They mashed up. They are very tender and delicate, and you can't do these things. But you can, even with the endive, I can even put the dressing on top before I eat it. When you have a tender leafy green, the dressing goes only on the salad right before. It's the same minute, so to say, you eat it. Then put the dressing. Otherwise, you wait a little bit. Then all the tender leaves, they mash up, and the beauty is away. And when that is away from the salad, nobody likes the salad anymore. Here, the dressing is runny. It's a little bit runnier because the endive, the small stripes, they like the runny texture of the dressing. Dressing goes everywhere. Not so heavy to push down the leaves. And the dressing is a sweet sour cashew dressing, sweet sour again, like the apple, with apple cider vinegar, cashews, dates for balance the sour apple cider vinegar, pepper and salt, 5 ingredients. And you can always modify it. You can put a little bit more water, a little bit more vinegar, more salt, more pepper. Especially for the endive, I would add a little bit more apple cider vinegar, make it more sour, and a little bit more pepper. You can easily add it when the dressing is ready, done. You can always add a little bit of vinegar, just shake it up, or salt, or whatever, and it's no problem. You can do that. And here for the endive, I add a little bit more. vinegar and pepper, especially. It's an endive like that. Here's my salad today. I make always, every day I make a new recipe, a new salad recipe. And it's easy because I make my own recipes. I begin with 3 ingredients, like a leaf, an onion, and a dressing. When I figure out how that works together, this dressing with this leaf, I begin to add, like, for example, a tomato, an olive, or chives, avocado, like here radishes. You know, you can add more and more. Once you find out it works together, it's very easy with 3 ingredients, and then you add, and then you always have good recipes. Save little changes. Thanks for watching, though. So you find another video how to make the sweet sour cashew dressing linked under this one. But it's so easy with 5 ingredients, a little bit of water, you go. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe. Endive on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and enjoy the endless vegan variety. Support me with super thanks. There's a button with thanks under the video. You can donate a little bit if you have some extra. I will be happy and can spread the vegan message even further. And then you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X.